Go ahead, Susie.
Okay. Dr. Dawn Anderson teaches entrepreneurs how to leverage the power of media to attract high-paying clients and increase revenue, and is also known to help entrepreneurs shine with media exposure with her Crack the Credibility Code campaign. She powers several brands, including the Credibility Code campaign and Media Monetization Mastermind.com, which helps entrepreneurs grow as a collective. She has been featured on thousands of media outlets, including Essence, the New York Times, ABC, NBC, Fox, and CBS News. According to Owler.com, an objective third-party business evaluation platform, Dr. Anderson's business is estimated to generate an annual income of $8.2 million, and she wants to help thousands of entrepreneurs to do the same. So we're happy to welcome to our stage Dr. Dawn Anderson.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mirzwick, for the beautiful invitation. Thank you, Angeline Benjamin, for the opportunity to speak on your platform. Thank you, Dr. Robbie Motter, for your beautiful vision and your mission of the Global Society of Female Entrepreneurs and allowing me time to speak with all of you, my amazing sisters in this endeavor. My name is Dr. Dawn Anderson, and I just want to ask a couple of questions of you before we start. Okay. How many of you are familiar with ChatGPT? Raise of hands. Okay, so that's almost everyone. How many of you are familiar with Canva? Okay, awesome. So my intention today is not really to show the mechanics or how these platforms work, but how you can leverage these platforms to grow your business, how you can develop a marketing communications plan so that you can speak about your business and how these platforms can actually help you grow your brand. Okay, so this is non-techie, and I will do some demonstrations, but if you don't catch it, you will be able to rewind this video, and you can also go to YouTube University, right, to learn how to do these things where you can play and pause and practice. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you today. Right. Okay. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So today's talk is about digital dominance and leveraging the power of technology for unmatched media exposure. So much is going on in this landscape right now. Not even a month ago, ChatGPT had launched a GPT store. And we'll talk a little bit about GPTs, not so much, but basically what it is, it's a little snippet of information that you put into the platform so that it can give you an output that you can take action on. Canva, which is the platform that I'm in right now, has lots of graphics, is very user-friendly, and you can use this platform to develop your presentations, to edit videos, to develop your posts for your social media platforms. But today we're talking about media exposure and how these platforms actually can support your endeavor for attracting more clients and building your brand. Many of us know who Bill Gates is, right? He's a billionaire, and he said if he was down to his last dollar, that he would spend it on public relations. And what public relations is that it is an opportunity, not only for wealthy people, for governments, or for entertainers to talk about what it is that they're doing and to elevate their agendas and brands, but is also a platform that you and I can use as individuals. Now, you can be a coach, you can be an individual, and you can leverage the same playing grounds that entertainers use, that the governments use, and that wealthy individuals use. So what is public relations? Public relations is the ability to tell your story and develop relationships. Develop relationships with your customers, develop relationships with your communities, and develop relationship with the media at large. So in media, there are basically three types of stories, right? There are human interest stories. Humans like a lot of things. Some of us like our pets. We love our pets. We even dress them up, right? And then some of us are foodies and we like to talk about food. Then there's a second type of story, which is a news story. And this story is time is of the essence type story, right? You know, breaking news. This is happening right now. The feature story, however, is an evergreen type story, which means that, for example, writing an amazing press release on Global Society of Female Entrepreneurs 2024 conference is coming soon. That is a feature story. And so I will be writing that feature story and publishing that out into the for the medias to take a look at and to grab. So in the media marketing mix, there are basically 4 categories. You don't have to remember these, but there are basically 4 categories. And there's earned media, owned media, shared media, and paid media. Earned media is the beautiful sweet spot that I like to live in. That's the as seen on Fox, CBS, ABC, Essence, New York Times. Owned media are your platforms, right? So if you have websites, then owned media would be an example of that. Your shared media, an example of shared media, which we will talk a little bit about today, are your social media platforms. And paid media, let's say that's like your paid advertisements, your billboards, that sort of thing, right? And so here's a little bit more detail of the types of content that you can build within these different categories. But like I said, I don't want to overwhelm you, right? So my name is Dr. Dawn Anderson, and I have been featured in thousands of media outlets. I've been featured on radio, television, newspapers, magazines, and that was millions upon millions of dollars of exposure that I did not pay a dime for, and that actually helped me grow my brand. As it stands now, I was the former editor-in-chief of the Atlanta Business Journal, now publisher of the Celebrity Boss magazine, which is also a digital platform where you can actually grow your brand in your business. And this is actually sent out to different media outlets as well. There is also an opportunity, right, to grow your brand through podcasts and radio. And if you're interested in doing that, that is who I am and that's what I do. And as a result, that gives me the opportunity to be on TV, newspaper, podcast, radio stations, and I want to share how this is done with you, hence digital dominance, right? The reason why I like earned media, because the earned media category puts us in a very sweet spot. Like I said, you can get millions of dollars of free advertisements. You can leverage other people's platforms and so that they'll talk about you to their audiences. The thing about earned media is that it is a type of marketing that that allows you to grow your brand in ways that we could never find our budgets for, And with that being said, there is a difference between earned media and public relations versus marketing. Marketing, you generally pay for. That's your email marketing, text message marketing, your press release marketing, and so on. But if you have public relations and you have the company and the different types of platforms that are talking about you, then that lends you more credibility. So if someone says, for example, you know, she's a good businesswoman, you should do business with her, that is better than saying, I'm a good person to do business with and you should do business with me. So that is actually called the halo effect. And this is a true psychological effect. And what the halo effect is that people believe that you're a good business person or you're a good person because someone else says so. And this actually leads the way that we do business and think in our society, for the simple fact that a lot of the business that we do right now are with people who we don't know and who are not in our proximity. For example, Amazon. If I want to pick a product, one of the first things that I do, I take a look at the testimonials. I see what other people said about the product. And if the reviews are good, then that influences how and what I buy. So We want to get people to say, I've heard of you. And it is a beautiful thing because, like I said before, this is a platform called Owler. It's a business evaluation company. And it says that my company is evaluated at $5 to $25 million for the simple fact that I have earned millions and millions of dollars of free media that generated attention to the brands that I was actually carrying and marketing at the time. I no longer work Caravan Express. I actually sold it to another individual, but even at this point, I know the words are tiny, but it says that the business is earning $8.2 million and has approximately 23 employees. So third-party credibility is always good. So let's get into what we want to talk about today, and want to talk about, well, how did these things happen and how can it happen for you? More importantly, how can you grow your brand, your business, leverage the power of media, and earn the opportunity to get free publicity so that we can do the things that we want to do, not only for us, but for other people, because most of us on this call today are humanitarians and we want to do good. We want to do good, not only for ourselves and our family, but we want to do good for humanity as a whole. And so I want to share with you things that I've never shared before, how to leverage technology, right, to grow your brand and maintain digital dominance. So want to talk about these 3 points today: how to leverage technology to create massive media exposure for your business, how to use press release strategies to grow your brand so that you can be like a celebrity in your field and earn media citations that you can put on your property to give you that third-party credibility that we talked about earlier. We want to also talk about how to get your brand stories in front of thousands of people, not taking a dime out of your pocket, but using established media outlets to use their funding and financing and their resources to talk about you and what it is that you do. So number one, how to leverage technology to create massive media exposure about your business. And the first way that we could do this is actually social media. And there's no surprise that social media is heavily used, that people actually market on social media so that they can sell their goods and their wares. But one of the things that I wanted to show you is that you can actually plan out your social media campaigns for the rest of the year, for the rest of the year. And how do you do that? Just using the 2 platforms that we had agreed earlier that we have knowledge of, which is Canva, which is the platform that I'm in right now, showing you this presentation, and ChatGPT. You can do both uploads for social media. You can do it not only for posts, but you can do it for video as well. And I'm just going to do a very quick demonstration so that you can see what it is that I'm talking about. And again, the point isn't to do a step-by-step demonstration for you, but to show you that you can leverage technology to work for you and to save you massive amounts of time. And while social media is relatively free, and I say relatively free because it doesn't show everybody that you are affiliated with your posts, but at least if you leverage these platforms to post, the conferences that you're in, the good works that you're doing, then you can use this technique to do just that. And we're doing this for the conference of GSFE for 2024. So I go to ChatGPT. I already have it open, right? And I earlier today, just for the sake of time, I asked it to craft me 3 compelling statements that will attract top-notch speakers for GSFE conference. And I said, well, go ahead and give me those 10 statements. And so there's a couple of ways that you can do it, but I'm going to do it the easiest way to save time. You can actually ask it, it would generate the answers, or let's see here, ask it, it would generate the answers where you can put it into a spreadsheet, download your spreadsheet, and then upload it. Or you can just copy and paste it right inside of the bulk feature that's inside of Canva. So right now I'm in ChatGPT trying to get my mouse to work for me. trying to highlight this, these 10 statements right here. Let me see if I already have them already loaded. And so I'm going to change screens right here. And I'm going to go to my bulk feature in a second. But I already like pre-decided what posts I'm going to use. It's pretty simple. You plug in up here in this field and you ask it to give you a Facebook size template so that you can use for your bulk posting. And there's only one post up here. I went to GSFE website, I grabbed the logo, I put the domain name here already for Global Society of Female Entrepreneurs. I put save the date. Okay, so this little, I call it the little Rubik's Cube, right? These 9 dots here. And let me see here. I'm going to go to bulk create. I'm going to see if it's already uploaded. This probably isn't. It says enter manually. So I'm going to go back again to my chat GPT. I'm going to try to highlight these 10 Facebook quotes here. You are going to work. Yes, you are. Here we go. There we go. That's good enough. All right, so I got that. So I copied it. I'm going to go back to my Canva. Going back to my Canva, and I'm going to paste. All right.
HOAs and stuff like that, because like our HOA
All right.
have unlicensed vehicles.
I'm going to delete that bottom one right here.
Can someone please mute? Can someone please mute?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is already
please
uploaded.
mute.
Yep.
All right.
Please
So this is
mute. Please mute.
It's overreach.
okay. So this
Everybody
is
should mute because we're getting sound and it's affecting what Donna's
I
saying.
think in California, it's that it has to be more than 2 years.
okay.
Because like I think is it in California where
Someone
they're
mute
not even allowed to
Christine.
pull you over for expired registration
Christina Parks
unless
needs
it's
to
2
mute
years.
her message. Christina, if you can hear us, would you please mute yourself? Thank you.
All right. All right. So here we go. So it uploaded the 10 statements that I pulled out of my chat GPT. I asked chat GPT to give me 10 statements for the Global Society of Female Entrepreneurs Conference, asking for a call for speakers. It did. I can say 10, I can ask it for 20, I can ask it for 50. I can ask it for different statements that I want to put into these squares. Right now, you see that I only have one square up here, but here it is, it's uploaded into this box, and I am going to create another field here. Let's see here. So that the bulk application knows where I want to put, so that I'm using parentheses here, so that the bulk application knows where I want to put my statement. All right. So, all right. So here we got the 3 ellipses here. So I highlighted the space where I want the statements that I just put into the uploader field. And I am going to hit the ellipses here and connect that data that you see here on the left into these boxes. Now watch what happens, because I have one box here. There are no other boxes underneath. When I hit name and continue, it should create 10 different continue. All right, there's nothing here, so I want to, all right, let's see here. There's nothing here, so I don't want it to recognize that, nor do I want it to recognize that bottom part, but these 10 are good. So I'm going to hit generate 10 designs. All right, so here we go. Right, so the first statement is put in the first square, right? Elevate the conversation. The second statement is put in the second square, join the forefront of female entrepreneurs. The third statement is in the third square, Are you passionate about the women's women's empowerment and entrepreneurship? All right. And then on and on and on and on. If I had 100 statements, then how long would that take me to do 100 social media posts for GSFE conference? I can actually get 1,000 of these done in a day. So now what I want to do is I want to download these posts. Okay. Is anybody familiar with the back end of their Facebook account? I know every one of us has a Facebook account because I see y'all on Facebook, right? So we have Facebook accounts. Do y'all use the free planner here in the back of your Facebook? Show me a group of hands if y'all use your planner, your free planner in the back of your Facebook, right? So I already generated 10 posts and I could have done 100, I could have done 1,000, but I've done 10. So what I'm going to do is type in, a little bit of text here, right? If you want to suggest a presenter for the upcoming GSFE 2024 conference, or you want to be a presenter and have an audience, please privately DM me with your contact info. I'm going to add the photo that we just created. Imagine that I downloaded it and I uploaded it for the sake of time. And so I'm going to upload the photo that we just created. I'm going to add it. Now, I am not an administrator, nor am I a moderator for GSFE, but I am a member of the Facebook group. So because I'm a member of the Facebook group and the settings that the administrator put on it, I can actually send this text not only to my platforms, but I can actually upload it for the Global Society of Female Entrepreneurs. So it asked me, well, when do I want to publish this? So I say, okay, well, let's publish it now, or I can schedule this, let's say for tomorrow. Let's see, it's February 1st, I'll schedule it for tomorrow. Or I'll schedule it for 9 o'clock tonight, just because I want to schedule it. See, I can schedule for every day of the year for the rest of the year. And I'm not an admin for Save Time by scheduling another post now. Oh, wow. And so that's how that works. So I actually created a post and I sent it to several different platforms. You see how easy that was? Okay. Like I said, you can always go to YouTube University and know how to do it. But my job today is just to let you know what the opportunities are for platforms that we already use. Now, this is in presenter form here, but if you pay for the Canva Pro part, which I think is like $13, you can actually do resize. And then you can resize for all of the different social media platforms. So not only could we do 100 posts inside of 30 minutes, we can actually distribute it to 5 or 6 different social media platforms. Not only the posts, but the videos as well. Okay. The second thing that I promise you is how to use press release strategies to really get celebrity status for you and your business. And that's where the media citations actually come on, as seen on New York Times, Essence Magazine. I call it Crack the Credibility Code, and also my platform, Celebrity Boss, which is a premium brand itself, and it's up and coming. This is one of the major ways that we do get your word out there, right? So I wrote a press release on the GSFE conference for last year. I'm writing one for this year, and you can actually embed a highlight video from last year's conference. You can put hyperlinks so that people can click directly to your checkout pages, whether it's an e-commerce site or whether it's Eventbrite. You can upload your logos for your business, and you can also put in headshots or shots of your books, right? I did this for my son. Now, it doesn't even matter what it is that you do, as long as you're doing something good and great, not only for yourself, but for everyone else. So this is my son, Shmiji, right? I didn't talk to him for about 4 months. He had just graduated from college as an electrician. And he's like, Mom, I want to be a gamer. I'm like, a gamer? I waited for you to graduate college. You know, we supported you all of this time, and you're telling me with your grown self that you want to be a gamer. So anyway, we actually mended, and after 4 months, I supported him on the Facebook platform. Now, at the time, Facebook just came out with the gaming platform, and he was struggling to get, you know, followers and people to look at, you know, what it is that he was doing. He wasn't the best of gamers, but he had a beautiful personality and people like hanging out with him. And so I actually wrote a press release on one of the newest adopters of the Facebook gaming platforms, and it garnered a lot of media attention. And now he has 51,000 followers. He has a private group of 2,000 people that actually send him stars every month. Facebook actually recognized him as one of the most engaging players, not the best, but one of the most engaging players, which means that he can keep eyeballs on the Facebook platform for a number of hours, and they remunerated him in the thousands of dollars on a monthly basis just because he was witty, funny, and like hanging out with people online. So it's not only for individuals, but for corporations too. And so from one range to the other, it is definitely for you. Last point is like, how do you get your business brands in front of thousands of people? And let me tell you, y'all, this is my secret sauce. And it's only out of my love for you and all of the things that Robbie Motter has done for me and my brand and my business. I share this with you. Okay. Ta-da. Haro. This is the secret sauce, y'all. Okay. And this is called Help a Reporter Out. This is where the millions of free advertisements and opportunities come from. Haro. We have everybody in there. New York Times, Chicago Tribune, Times, Fox News. You have ABC, NBC, Fox. If you are an expert at something and you have a powerful story to tell, Haro is the place for you. They changed the name recently because I went to go check it out, and now they call it connectively.com, but the platform still gives the same valuable, amazing service. When you get to the page, it looks like this, but they're going to tell you that they're going to forward you to another page. But basically, the premise is this. You're either a journalist or you're an expert at what you do with a fabulous story to boot. We are going to say, I am a source. I am an expert at something. I have something that I want to share for you, and I want you to use me as an expert person in my business and what it is that I do, so that when you quote me, I have something that you would want to publish to your audience. Okay. So I'm going to show you what a Haro email looks like. And once you get on that list, they have, I think, like a 3-tier program, but they have a free program. So you can go to Haro, right? And you can sign up for free, and they will put in your inbox, in your email, y'all. They will put in your email top tier organizations that want to hear from you so that they can get experts to support their stories. They need you as much as we want them. Okay. So I don't know if you can really see it. I'm going to try to expand this right here. Expand this right here. But you have the different types of industries, biotech and healthcare. You have business and finance. Y'all see Forbes right here? Forbes, one of the foremost prestigious media outlets that are out there. And generally, when you see anonymous, there's a lot of anonymous. When you see anonymous, these are actually the bigger brands who do not want to be spammed with a whole number of experts, but the anonymous ones are the big dogs usually. Listen to this title here. National daytime talk show looking for all-inclusive vacation packages. National daytime talk show looking for Hawaii vacation or other tropical getaways. Usually the anonymous ones are the big people. Okay. You got Best Company here, Life Magazine, Reader's Digest, Best Company. And then some of the reporters would say, hey, you know, I need you as an expert. These are the deadline times and dates. Send me your information to these email addresses. And just like I had to submit my information for Angeline, it looks very much like that. You submit it to these different outlets. Okay. Okay. So as I'm coming to a close, there's a couple of things that I want to ask. And that is, if you would like for me to share some beautiful, sweet tips that I've shared with you early today, you can text me at 404-960-1110, or you can find me on social media. My handle is Media Monetization Strategist on all of these social media platforms. Or you can schedule some time to talk with me at MediaMonetizationStrategist.com, which is actually my scheduler. And I also have another surprise for you here. So not only do I have some free gifts for you, should you reach out and contact me for one of two reasons, right? Because you want to either join me on the GSFE 2024 conference, and or you want to help me do my beta version of a 5-day media monetization jumpstart challenge, where I show you how we do a number of these techniques, leveraging technology to grow your business and your brand. If you're interested, then this QR code that I developed right here in Canva will lead you to my scheduler, and then we can have a conversation. But this is it gets better. This woman here, her name is Norma Stanley. She is a CBS nominated Emmy Award winning journalist. She will also be in my beta to help me make sure that I can help not only hundreds, but thousands of entrepreneurs realize the dream of getting the media exposure that they deserve to tell their stories and to help millions. She has been featured in Essence. She has been the communications director of Georgia Pacific, Arby's, Coca-Cola, Gillette, and she has high profile clients like Gladys Knight. I want to thank you for the time that you have given me. You could have been anywhere, but you were here with us today at our GSFE meeting. I truly appreciate you. Again, Dr. Robert Motter, thank you for giving us this mission and our vision to not only help ourselves and our families, but the community and the world at large. I hope you got value. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Can you flash or show us the screen with the $7 deal again?
Okay. All right. Oh, thank you. Coming from you, Catherine. Oh, it would be an honor.
Oh, you know I'm your fan.
Thank you so much. Well, Robbie Motter is my mentor. She actually started me on this journey, but that's a story to be told at a later date.
Oh, yes, she's my mentor too.
Okay, so I'm going to share screen again, if that's okay with you, Ms. Benjamin. I charge $497 for this 5-day media monetization jumpstart challenge. It's an hour a day for 5 days. I will be video recording it and only sending it to the people who joined me on this journey to help me develop this program. And basically what it is more of what it is that we've presented today, so that everyone can help their business, elevate their brands, and elevate the people that they have been called to serve. This is my schedule, media monetization strategist.com. I will be updating my website at mediamonetizationjumpstart.com, but right now it's only private invitation only. Take a look at Media Monetization Jumpstart. It will be updated soon, and then the public will be able to register.
Outstanding.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. I really hope you got value, and I really hope that you use those tools to grow your business. And you can reach out to me as well if you need
So-
help.
So Dr. Anderson, when is the deadline? Do you want people to respond? Because it's very important. People needs to be responsive because this is a very, very valuable offer. And what date and time that you want to receive and this offer close? When is this offer close?
Okay, well, I'm not going to say that the offer is closed, and I'm not going to extend the deadline. What I am going to say that action is rewarded. For the
Yes.
first 5 who reach me and we decide that this is going to be a mutually beneficial relationship, then we will talk. The website will then reflect where we are in standing. So if it's going to be $497, you missed out.
Thank you for that tip. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. And I am going to stop the recording.